What if your AI assistant could remember everything you ever told it? Your preferences, goals, past conversation, all stored and accessible forever. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to build the self-learning AI agent that never forgets just by using simple AI automation tools. Here's the problem. Every AI agent you've talked has amnesia. ChatGPT, Claude, even custom chatbots, they all forget your entire conversation history over time due to the token limitations. But that's not the case anymore with our AI assistant. It can remember everything that you chat with it much better than your soulmate. All the data is perfectly preserved and accessible instantly. Now, the best part, it is completely self-improving and self-learning. The AI automatically identifies the important information and stores these new memories on its own. No manual updates needed whatsoever. It's like having a personal assistant 24/7 that actually gets to know you better and better each time you talk to it. Now, folks, the use cases for this is limitless. It can take your notes and process them into journals. It can act as an assistant and remind you of all the important stuff that you need to remember daily, events, meetings, birthdays, etc. Or perhaps, taking your kids for a sports event. It can act as a business assistant and give you the fine details about the business reports whenever and wherever you ask. And the list goes on. What we are going to show you today is just the framework, and this can be extended beyond limits. Before we dive deep into building the system step by step, let me show you exactly how powerful this AI assistant is in action. You won't believe that what this AI can remember. We are going to use N8N to build this complete automation. And for the sake of simplicity, we are getting the input information from the user from Telegram. The user will type in all their questions, all the memories that they want to log with the assistant using the Telegram chat. And the first and foremost step that happens here is it fetches the recent 50 to 100 conversations that user has sent in that we have stored in the A table. And then it's going to aggregate the results of those past 50 plus memory. And then it's going to do a little bit of formatting using this code, and it's going to merge the result, like basically what the user is asking now versus what the conversations that user has saved in the A table in the past. And we're going to merge this entire results. And finally, we are sending all the information cumulatively to this AI agent brain. And the AI agent will do the magic, and then it responds back to the Telegram. Now let's see this in action. I'm going to bring up my Telegram and show you exactly how this works. All right, I am bringing my Telegram up onto the screen. All right, let me ask a quick, simple question that I had fed in way back. That is, what is my name? As simple as that, guys. And this should give me the response. In order to do so, we need to execute this workflow. And as you see, there are like green check boxes that happen like really fast, and which means it went through this path. It executed the AI agent and responded back with the information. Let's see what it responded back with. Okay, your name is Mr. Growth Guide. Perfect. What's my coffee preference? Okay, I did not put the question mark here. That was unintentional though, but it can still understand and respond back. Recently, I've been journaling my thoughts on how the YouTube strategy should be for my business, and I have been dumping in a lot of information into this AI. So let me ask the question about my YouTube strategy and what I should be doing next. So for the sake of simplicity, I've already typed the message. I'm just putting it in here, and let's test this now. The reason that I'm testing it is I wanted to show you like how this kind of executes all these notes when we submit any information. So now that it has responded back, let's see. Wow. Now the AI assistant has responded back, and as you can see, it has given me the complete recap of my YouTube strategy. This is not a generic information, folks. This has been created using all the information that I have fed in from the past few days. The AI agent brain, which is this, has taken all those memories, consolidated it, and has analyzed those memories with the question that I'm asking now. It has given me a well thought, well formulated next plan of action. right? And it has also listed the challenges that I've been facing. The like thumbnail quality is one thing, content clarity, like all those things are some things that I have mentioned in the past, like where I need improvement, and it has really taken consideration of all those things to create this. As you noticed here, folks, the AI instantly recalled my Starbucks preference and YouTube content strategy and everything in between. This isn't just responding back for the queries that I'm sending it in the chat, but rather it's maintaining the perfect context across the board. The magic really happens through the powerful combination of innate and AI agent and our custom memory system in Airtable. Every interaction gets processed, understood, and permanently stored, just like the text conversations with your human assistant. Now, let's dive into building this entire system from the scratch. I'll show you exactly how to create the AI that never forgets whether you are typing in or talking. Now that we have seen the incredible capabilities of our AI agent, let's start building it. First up, we need three crucial components to make it work. Don't worry, I'll guide you through each one of them. First off, let's create an workflow in N8N. If you don't have an account in N8N, all you just do is go to n8n.io and you can take the basic plan. The startup plan should be sufficient. And once you have your login created, you can come back here and go to overview and you can create a workflow. Let's call this workflow an AI memory assistant. Okay, the first step in workflow is to create a Telegram trigger. And this is a trigger that will monitor for the message when a user sends any information onto this workflow. Now we don't have to worry about the webhook. It's going to do the self configuration when we create a Telegram credential. Right now, I already have a Telegram account associated. So it's pretty easy. All you need is an access token. In order to get an access token, you would go to your Telegram. All right. So and then you would go to a new channel and look for @botfather. So once you type in @botfather, you can just go in here and you can create a new bot, right? So you'll type in new bot. And once you type in new bot, you can give the name of the bot. Right now, I have given it as YouTube assistant and it'll ask for the username and the username needs to end with bot. So let's just go with the same 1, 2, 3, 4 assist bot. Perfect. It has created the bot and it has given the access token. So all you do is take this access token and copy this, and then you'd come back here to your credentials and you would paste it here and click connect, and you should see the green checkbox that shows it is connected successfully. Once it has been connected successfully, let's test it. So right now it is listening. So let's just go back to the Telegram. So I'm not going to use this one. I'll be deleting this bot. So don't worry using this access token, guys. I'm going to go back to my assistant and then I'm going to just say hello. All right. So it received the message. And as you can see, the message that has come in is text here. So this is very important so that for you to create the next steps. So once you have your Telegram trigger tested, go back to Canvas. The next step is we'll add an Airtable. Next step is we're going to connect to Airtable database to get the latest memories. So I've already created an Airtable base. If you are not familiar with Airtable, it is mostly like an Excel spreadsheet on steroid. And all you need is 3 columns here. One is a memory, the second one is the last modified time and the created time. And the memory field is essentially an text type so that you can store up to 100,000 characters in it. We won't be storing so much characters because it's literally, we're not storing in the blog post, but rather we'll be typing in the messages onto the Telegram chat. So typically it's going to be somewhere around 300 to 400 characters. Now let's go back to our canvas and click plus. We'll save it and we are going to use Airtable and we'll be looking search records. And I already have Airtable connected. So if you need any help getting how to connect to the Airtable, it's pretty easy. All you would have to do is go to your Airtable, go to your builders hub, and you would go to your tokens and then get the token. Create new token, get that token and add it into your connection as an access token here, and you'll be set to connect to the Airtable. Just make sure when you're creating the token to give all the permissions, which includes data records, read write, and schema basis read. Okay, now that you have it, so we are going to look for the base, and my base is GSAI Assistant 1, and I am going to look for information from memory, and we will leave it as is, and we will get like recent 50 memories. So eventually, guys, we can add more filters to the Airtable. We can categorize the type of memories that you need to fetch. But for now, I'm going to return up to like 50 records from the Airtable, and anything over that will anyway get stored into the rack system, and we'll be able to get information from there. And we're going to test this step. So it's waiting to execute the trigger, and the trigger has to be from the AI assist from the Telegram. So let's go. Perfect, guys. So we sent a text and it executed and got like 10 items, because that's pretty much how much we have in our Airtable at this point. And let's go to the next step. Now that we have the information, like what we need to do is we need to aggregate all these into one call. So in order to do that, we'll just get the aggregate. So the Airtable has given me the array of records, and all I'm interested is in the memory field. Once you open the aggregate, you'd look for an individual fields, and you'd look for the memory property. This property is same as what you have in the Airtable. So the same field, okay? And we're gonna test the step. Perfect, beautiful. So as you can see, we got an array, and it has put in all the information together. And this is what we are going to feed into AI agent brain. And since we need to send the information, which could be a question or a thought or a note that is coming in from the user in the Telegram trigger to the AI agent. So what we will do is we'll add an AI agent. Before that, we need to add the merge so that we pass the information from two places, and the number of inputs are going to be 2. So let's go back to Canvas, and okay, we'll remove this. We'll send the information from the aggregator, essentially from the Airtable, onto the second input, and we're going to send this onto the first input. Perfect, guys, and then let's just test it. The node got executed successfully based on the data it already has. As you can see, the information, it has given me the two properties. One is the message itself, like what's my name, and the second is the memory itself. Okay, so what we will do is, instead of append, we will combine. So when you see the combine, when you make combine and notice the difference, so right now it has appended the input, the information from the second input onto the new row in this table. But once we change it to combine and test this step again, we're going to use all possible combinations, test this step, and perfect. So everything is combined into one row of this table. And this is what we'll be feeding into AI agent. And we'll go for the tools agent. And right now the prompt is going to be it'll come directly from the Telegram trigger. So, and this will be it. We're gonna go define below, and perfect. And this is what we are gonna feed into the AI agent, and we'll be adding more system prompt. For now, this is the default prompt. You are an helpful AI assistant. Now, guys, we're gonna test it. It's not gonna work yet because you need to associate a chat model to this. So let's go. Associate a simple chat model. So let's go with OpenAI chat model. And I already have an OpenAI account credential associated with n8n, but it is pretty much similar to what you already did with Telegram and Airtable. You just need to go to the platform.openai.com and then create an API key, put the API key, test your connection, and boom, it's done. So the simplest of the things that you got to do is associate a chat model, and you can select anything. I've selected GPT-4o mini, and you need to add a memory. In this case, we'll just go with the Windows buffer memory, and we can just have a context length of up to 10, which means it'll store up to 10 interactions, past interactions in the buffer. And for the ID, it's convenient to have the chat ID. So let's just go. Again, we'll go with define below and then we'll go with chat ID. Okay, perfect, folks. That's pretty much it. We can test it and it should work now. Perfect, it did. Now, without doing anything else, if I need to send the response back, then I'm gonna use Telegram again, and we will just use and send a chat text message, this one. Okay, and we will just use the chat ID and the response. So the response from the AI agent is the output. So we'll go with this, and the chat ID will be from the Telegram trigger. So we'll go with this and we will pull the chat ID here. Okay, folks, as simple as that. And then you can test this step and it's gonna respond back with, I'm sorry, I don't know what your name is. How can I assist you today? And that's pretty much what you should see here, because at this point, the AI brain doesn't really know what we are talking about, right? So now we need to input the information to the system message on how this assistant should react. So I'm going to copy the prompt. So you can pretty much use the same prompt and it should just work. So we're going to copy the entire prompt here, then put it here. Perfect. So I'm going to blow this up so that you can see the entire prompt. Okay, you are an helpful AI assistant with the ability to add and read memories from about the user. And the tools and functions, the time is now. Better to go with an expressions, but to make it easier to read, I'm going to read it on the text version, and then we can just go with the expressions later. As you can see, I am giving the calendar. For the sake of this demonstration, I am not going to demonstrate the emails and calendar functionality, but it is pretty much easy and it can be done. I will share this entire prompt in a Google Doc and paste a link in this video description, so that don't worry about copying it from this video. So in short, what this prompt does is it says about what you want this assistant to do, ability to add and read memories about the user, and it has given the functionality of a user tool, the usage, and what exactly it needs to store in the Airtable. And finally, it has an ability to check emails, check calendar, and this entire section talks about how it needs to navigate on using the memory, right? So, and finally, I am feeding in the memory information itself in the form of JSON.memory, right? So let's just go back, switch to the expressions view, and you will clearly see what the output, the result format. So the date time is now. You need to always give the date time to the assistant because it wouldn't know. And finally, you just go back, and this is the detailed notes that it has captured from the Airtable. Okay, and let's test this now. Your name is Mr. Growth Guide. Had you noticed that without this prompt, it was not getting the context of who you are, and now it knows who exactly you are. Now that completes AI assistant, folks. Now let's do a final testing. I'm gonna do the test workflow, and let's go back to, okay. And I'm gonna ask the same question. What's my favorite? Perfect. It's getting the information from my table, and it got the information about my coffee preferences. Okay. And it's asking more questions so that if I feed in more information, it would save onto the Airtable. But as you notice, I haven't really put an Airtable tool to store the information, but that's not too complicated. I'm going to copy it over from my old workflow. That's the memory tool. So let's copy it and do the paste. We'll connect the memory tool because the prompt is already there and pretty much everything is already set. So what we are doing is from AI memory, right? This is what you want the AI agent to save the information onto the Airtable. So I'm going to test the workflow again. And now if I need to give an new preference, my new preference, okay, let's type it in. As you notice, now it has called the memory tool, which essentially has saved into the Airtable. And look at this. The user's preference, favorite coffee, Starbucks flat white with oat milk. That was the first one. And then I got a new preference that is a black coffee. So that's it, folks. Now that you have a complete self-improving AI agent with a perfect memory, you can use it to extend for any of your purposes. I would suggest to start using it for your basic journaling and start following this channel, as I will be releasing new videos that will extend the capabilities of this AI assistant in par with your real human assistant. If you would like us to create any AI automations that will have a direct impact in adding more revenue or improving your processes, then reach out to us in the link below and we will provide you a free consultation and leave you with a blueprint, a plan that will help you implement your AI automations. This is your growth guide signing off. Keep automating.